Greetings, Israel. Greetings. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm just coming back. Um, Someone asked me to go into this government shutdown and what it means and how does it have any play on prophecy um, and stuff like that. Because I made mention of it today in one of the earlier car cams. So I thought I would come back and do some more explanation on it. Okay, so let's talk about government shutdown. No, it has nothing to do with prophecy at all. Government shutdown is not when the government totally shuts down. Okay? Um, Government shutdown is when during a certain time when the budget has to be passed, um, and what the political parties do, whether it's the president or whether it's the Senate or the House of Representatives, what they do, instead of just passing the budget or portions of the budget so that government can continue to operate day to day, they always add something to it, like $5 billion for a wall. And it's a part of the budget, which is what the president added. He wanted money for the wall. The Senate and the House, one of them have to pass it. So they said, no, we're not doing it. And so because they said that they're not going to do it, somebody could say, well, let's take that item off of the agenda and pass everything else. But what the person that presented the item, in this case being the White House or the president, they're not going to remove it. They're not going to agree for it to be removed. So therefore, it stays a part of the budget that needs to be passed. And if they don't pass the budget, which is all of the funding for everything to stay open, if it doesn't pass, when those funds run out for those particular operations, the government goes into shutdown mode. Okay? Now, what happens in shutdown mode? Shutdown means that non-essential government operations have to stop. They have to cease. So that's things like government-operated museums, government-operated parks, things like that get shut down because there's no funds to continue its operation. Now, that's what we call non-essential. Let's talk about what is considered to be essential. The post office is essential, okay? The post office is not going to get shut down. Those are federal employees or government employees that are essential. So that will continue to operate. Then you have what you consider to be Homeland Security, the FBI, the CIA, the Secret Service. All of things like that are considered to be essential government operations. So it's going to continue to operate. That there's always funding there that those things will have to continue to operate. Air traffic controllers, all of those are essential operations. So the non-essential, and I'm not naming all of the non-essential, but just off the top of my head, museums, libraries, parks, all of those things that are government operated, they will in fact shut down. And they're going to shut down because there's no funding that has been passed to keep it open. So somebody says, well, can't they just print the money and keep going? It's not that simple. What happens is that there could be money there, but it needs to be approved. And money is only approved for annually. It's only approved. Some of it's quarterly. And so that's what happened. So what the president did as a part of his strategy, he said, you know what? It's time to pass the budget. And I want my wall for Mexico to be in that. And if they want to pass the budget, that's a part of the budget. I'm not taking it out. It's a part of the budget. And if they don't want a government shutdown, they better pass that. And so that's what they have to do. Well, the House of Representatives back in December says, nope, we're not going to vote on this yet. And we're not going to vote on it because if we were to vote on it, it would probably get passed because we don't have the majority of the House yet. Not until January when the new people get sworn in. And so he waited. The government wanted the House to vote on it because the Senate, he had the vote. And he wanted the House to vote on it. The House said, no, we're going to wait till January. They stalled. And now that they stalled, it's flip-flop. The president or the Republican Party no longer has control of the House. And so therefore, we're in this predicament. So I just wanted to explain that to you and share that with you. So in the meantime, peace, shalom. We'll see you tonight at